The widow of Zarephath, when you give God the last of what you have. The land was in drought. No rain, no crops, no hope. The sky was dry. The ground was cracked, and so were the people's spirits. In the village of Zarephath, a widow gathered sticks near the town gate. Her hands were thin. Her child watched silently from a distance. She had just enough flour and oil to make one final meal. Then she planned to die. But that day a stranger approached her. He didn't look wealthy. He didn't wear a crown. But his eyes held calm even in the famine. It was Elijah, the prophet. He said, "Please bring me a little water." She turned to go. Then he added, "And a piece of bread too." She stopped. "As surely as the Lord your God lives," she said, "I don't have any bread. Only a handful of flour in a jar and a little olive oil in a jug. I'm gathering sticks to take home and make a meal for myself and my son, that we may eat it and die." She had nothing left to give. She was preparing her last act. But Elijah looked at her and said, "Don't be afraid. Go home and do as you've said. But first make a small loaf for me. Then make something for yourself and your son. For this is what the Lord says, the jar of flour will not run dry, and the jug of oil will not be empty until the day the Lord sends rain." She could have said no, could have chosen fear. But instead, she obeyed. She gave her last to God. And then the miracle began. Day after day, she reached into the jar, and there was always flour. She poured from the jug, and there was always oil, enough for herself, enough for her son, and enough for the man of God. It didn't come all at once, but it never ran out. And this story teaches us, God's provision often begins with our obedience. Faith is giving when you have nothing left. Sometimes miracles don't look like abundance, and they look like enough for one more day. God didn't send a feast, He sent daily bread. And through a woman with nothing, He revealed everything about trust. Maybe you feel like you're down to your last handful, your last strength, your last hope, your last yes. But God doesn't ask for what you don't have. He asks for the last of what you do. And when you trust Him with that, He fills what you cannot. We certainly like this story if you believe obedience still unlocks provision. Share it with someone who feels empty. Subscribe for more true stories where small faith meets a faithful God, and what's not enough becomes more than enough.